Howdy, y'all. Goosefather here. Got a fun run for you today. We're going to come into the middle of a run that was a deeply over-explained run where I suddenly kind of realized that the servers are coming down. This is last patch. This is the very end of last patch. So some of the over-explained notes are not going to make sense, but it's fine because we don't do much pretty shortly after the realization comes to me that we have to hurry the hell up. And so this is the run against the final boss, which is the servers falling over. Was a really fun run. It becomes more and more frantic as the run goes on, just trying to like hustle our asses off in order to see if we could get done before the game ends. It was a blast. So I'm throwing it up because I really hope you enjoyed it as much as we did in the stream. Yeah, that's it. Enjoy the run. All right. Pulling that back up. Where are we at? Oh god, we got 40 minutes till patch. We have 40 minutes to finish this run, you guys. Okay. And this is gonna be a long run. Ideally, you can afford that. Yeah. Anyway, okay. That was possibly a misplay. Read whatever Walter said. Assume he's right. We're gonna move on. We're gonna pick the monster fight. Is Lumbors better than running 2 bees? No, because he probably has weapons, and these are gonna respond. Getting the more damage scaling on the next swing. Actually, they're all going to get that damage scaling on the one swing, which equals about as much as one of the bees. I don't know. Fuck it. We're doing this. That's why. That's going to be the answer why for a little while, because we're doing it. One of the main ways you fund this build is by using the properties themselves. I'm a little terrified of the skill giving him haste. He doesn't have lifesteal, so we're fine. Using the properties themselves as paying you back for the property money you're spending. So Pawn Shop is one of the best ones for this. Every time you buy and sell a property, not only do you get 1 gold from the property resell, you get 1 full gold from the B resell, now that we've hit max B capacity. Cool, we won. We pivoted into a B board right into a win. Don't expect those results at home. It's usually a loss on your first day pivoting into a B, so that's fantastic. Curio has exactly 1 out of something like 40 items that is a property. So he is a pretty bit of a hard width. You can get a little bit of flat damage on him, but again, you buy and sell a single property and you got more value than you did out of the flat damage. That means this is a time that we can prioritize XP. You could also decide to do some priority other stuff, but we're not going to do it. Ryokan has weapon skills. The best weapon skill you could get on a broad board like this is Noisy Cricket. It gives you 20 flat damage. The second best skill you could get, we already have the upgrade to this, only gives you 5 flat damage. The third best skill you could get is the Boar Market. No, it's not that one. I don't know. It's the one that gives your income as your flat damage. I'm forgetting the name of it right now, and that one is really good because we will be buying and selling tons and tons of properties, and those will include ATMs, so we will actually scale this as we go. It's also good because if you get the upgrade to it, it just doubles instead of the others that only give you 5 flat. So all of that is very, very good. Weapon crit chance is also another thing Radicon has. Very, very good. The other cheeky dumbass play you could do instead of going to Ryokan is going to Orlin and fishing for exactly 2 skills. One of them every time you sell a property or sell a medium or large item gives you a chocolate bar. The other time, every time you buy a property, you get 1 chocolate bar and 1 coin. At Diamond, you get 2 of each. Those chocolate bars and coin are gold and diamond respectively. That can fund your fucking build. It can absolutely be the only funding. That and loop can buy and sell every property in the game. You will make money buying and selling property. It is cracked. It is an amazing skill. We love it. It is one of about 110. So I kind of can't justify Orlin. Now, it's one of only about 30 on Mr. Tusker. And so we absolutely can justify doing it on Mr. Tusker. Okay. 5% flat damage over the flat weapon damage that's going to scale. Okay, so this is 5% increased damage is mathematically how we think about this, right? This is going to be something probably to the order of 20 damage, which very soon our bees are going to be in the 500, 600, 700 range. So this is more damage over time. We can reroll trying to get like a different crit skill that's going to give us more, but there's the bird in the hand kind of thing. There's also the I don't have all the time. We are going to go to Mountain Pass. We're going to do the fight because Andy does not have properties, so that is very easy. Cool. And when we do the fight, nope, we didn't get the fight. trying to go fast, but I'm gonna have to slow down because I'm not gonna not say thank you so much, Dolman, for joining. Really, really appreciate you guys following. It is huge. Could have re-rolled for Brawler. Brawler gives you some hit points. Hit points do matter on this build because we are 7 seconds until we murder your face unless you swing a weapon of this first. So hit points are good. As this fight goes on, you could explain what you mean when you say hedge. Cool. Yes, absolutely. Joyful Jack's got a property. Treasure Turtle's got a property, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got. No, he doesn't. He's not the one I thought he was. Doesn't matter. He's got a lot of money. The Bar of Gold is insane. The Hunker Down skill is really good. Bag of Jewels is money. He's got money. We're going to him. We're digging that fight. A hedge is just a language for you're grabbing an item that is part of another build. And usually a crucial part of another build, right? So if I want to go fixer, if I want to do a property build, I need a way to add value to that property. VIP pass in its own right can be almost all of the funding mechanism you need, or all of the value scaler you need on your property, because the properties will just scale themselves in fights. Then you go into fights and you literally strip your board on the ones that you could do, like win by virtue of playing the pacifist route. You don't do damage, you go all the way into the sandstorm and just have your property cast as much as possible to give it all that value on VIP pass, right? So VIP pass is an enabling item. It gives you access to a build. Fixer in its own right isn't, right? But Fixer and VIP pass suddenly are off to the races. So a hedge is when you buy one of those items and you hold it for the hope that you find 1 or 2 more pieces, and now you can pivot into that. Hedge is just all of the all the possibilities you're opening by holding an item that doesn't currently give you power. Theoretically, though it's not because it's low and because we will sell it at some point, pawn shop is a hedge, right? If I got another pawn shop, and I don't need the money right now, I'm going to have all the money, so I don't need the money. And then I might be like, all right, I'll just upgrade pawn shop instead of selling it. Yeah, we're going to go to Tina. Because then I get 2 every time I sell. So over time, I'll make more money back by doing that decision. So I do that. I upgrade my pawn shop to gold, right? And then I buy my ATM, sell my ATM, I sell my B, and pawn shop starts scaling in some value, right? I'm doing this to make value, but at some point in the game, pawn shops up at the it's not going to be, but it could be up in the 200, 300, whatever range, right? And then all of a sudden we see of the properties, because we're going to everybody who sells properties, we see balcony, because of course we're going to see balcony, and we grab balcony. Probably at that point we're like, fuck it, we throw balcony away. But we see belt, right? Oh shit, I got pawn shop, I got belt. I have the major pieces of a hit point stacker. And then we look at how many times we lose and how late we have to go. And we're like, oh my God, I got to go to day 15 because maybe I got into this board too late. Maybe I lost too much. Does bees go to day 15? Nope. No, it did not. Not successfully, not most of the time. Does bonk go to day 15? Oh, hell yeah. Bonk laughs all the way to the end of the game, right? Okay, that's what a hedge is, right? So I have my pawn shop because it's doing things for me. But the moment I'm like, maybe I buy that belt so that I can maybe run that if this falls off and I have to. That's the hedge. That's a hedge. That's the thing you're buying. That's the hedge. Okay. You could go to the docks and you could go to Shield. It's the only one that has a property. That's not true. Weapons also has a couple of properties like Bob, and the same properties that Isla has, but it has all the weapons of the game, and very few of those are properties, so that's a much less chance of getting a property from. But you would go to Shield, or you could get codes, you could get ATM, and you could get Fixer, because it only gives you 1 silver, and those are the only 3 properties that have a shield that are silver. There are no tool properties so far that I know of. But that's, we have money. So you usually just do that because you don't have money. We have money. We could go to ILO. We could throw the 2 away for the reroll. We're going to whiff here because it's very likely to whiff. And we're going to leave, and then we're going to start the fight. I got to run to the bathroom real quick. Ask your questions. I'll read them back. You guys got to tell me if we win or lose. Is it time? I think this is time. Yeah. That's time. That's definitely outscaling our Lumbers. Lumbers gets to go in the trash. Guess I don't have to sell it yet, so we'll wait. Yeah, and we will... Yeah, I'll be right back.
Boring! You do see these tusks, right?
for us to have a snowball's for us to have a snowball's chance in hell of making it to the end before the servers come down, I'm gonna have to explain about 50% less. The good news is we are on a build that just like 3 days ago, we posted and over-explained where I not only do more detail than I've been doing so far, like literally even more over-explained than we're doing so far. I also did research and added even more information up at the top of the screen in text as you go. So please, please, please go check that out. YouTube. That's going to cover what I'm going to have to miss in order to be able to go. Enemy pig put a weapon on his board. What an ass. What a misplay. What an inconscionable, oh my god, misplay. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Okay. Also, that run does not have me high rolling it out of my goddamn mind. And so you will get a little bit more of a clean, like you're going to run at home. I got very few properties in that run, so my damage was underscaled relative. Okay, fort is a play you could do. We're going to talk about it real quick. You could put fort on your board to give all of your bees multicast, which means you are now running 5 bees which swing twice instead of 8 bees which swing once. If you're good at math at home, you will understand that is a 20% damage increase. Oh yeah, right? Problem. 2 problems. 1, the 1 second cooldown reduction makes you slightly weaker to the builds that tend to kick your ass in the late game. Those are charge builds. Those are builds like Femur. It makes you weaker to the mirror match because now you cannot add any cooldown reduction to your bees whatsoever, and your enemy can. And so if they threw 1 feather up in the air and you did not, then, or no, I'm doing that backwards. Yeah, they swing first and you lose. Yeah, they swing first and you lose. So that's bad. Also, if you need the second cast in order to kill them, your first swing made them swing and you lose, right? So it loses to the mirror. It loses to anything else like that, cold room, ice club, anything else where those swings and charges, whatever. It loses to a lot of that. And then it becomes much, much weaker to freeze and to slow because you have much less targets for it. It is functionally good in some metas. It is a better play in some metas. It is not currently, I believe, better in this meta. It is debatable. I am currently on the side that it is not, so I'm going to buy and sell it. If you disagree with me, cool, keep your fort. We ain't got time to argue. I'm sorry. Thanks so much. Thanks, man. What a skillful build is this. Look, man. Look, man. There are no... Again, pull up the exclamation mark guide. You can pull up the spreadsheet. You can go to the thing. You will find out that there is not a single property at Tatiana. I'm not actually sure if that's true. I'm guessing Tatiana won. Oh, Snow Globe. She's got Snow Globe. 1 out of 16 is actually not absolutely terrible odds. We get nothing from the other 2. We're going to go to do that. That's why you should exclamation mark guide. I am plugging hard. I'm sorry, y'all. That was the misplay of the century. I don't know why I was still in the mindset that we were rich as hell. I guess we are if we sell our property. We were not rich enough to do a 6 reroll. Then again, there was only a 1, right? There was like a very, very limited chance that the reroll wasn't going to give us our particular item that we were missing. Okay, cool. We got to go to one of these. It doesn't matter. We could go. Yeah, we're gonna take the guy who's gonna be audacious enough to swing a weapon in their face. XP is not bad. XP is also money if you think about it. You get like stuff from the level ups. He also gives things that have more money. The only possible hedge there would be to go to Joyful Jack, because Joyful Jack has a property. What I don't yet have, which I don't know if it's good. We'll see if these 2 property builds, because both of them should be nerfed into the ground. We'll see if they exist on the other side. And if they do exist on the other side, maybe I will do a like monster tier order for this particular build. But right now I don't have to. I need a lot of money to buy and sell both of those. I'm not sure I am going to buy and sell both of those. There is a amount of money that is not worth doing the property because that suddenly means we're poor and we're not going to be able to do other properties. I can sell this, buy, sell, buy, and then I'm now down to like a third of where I was before. This is debatable. I'm not going to do it. It just like would have suddenly crashed my game into the ground. That said, I have a lot of time for business card to make some hay. I should start making a couple of more econ plays because I can see that my econ is starting to slowly whittle its way into the ground. So I need to be doing better on that. Okay, Bob. Bob, if you read it, it gets a tag when you have items you have. The stupid language, what it means is items on your board. So if you have a property on your board, Bob is a property when you buy it. So we buy Bob and we get the B. He counts. Cool. Cargo shorts is properties in your stash. So if you have a property in your stash when you buy cargo shorts, it works the same way. If you don't have a property in your stash, you just move beehive up, buy cargo shorts, move beehive down. Cool. Covered. We don't reroll. She only has one. It's skyscraper. It's a 1 in 40 something chance. You can pull up the guide and look at it to figure out. Enchants suck. I don't know what to tell you, man. We're just not a build that does them well. They're not great. We do not get a lot out of enchants. That being said, what you usually end up doing is you could bill our leftmost B when you do them in power order that I've decided to call them. You could just chuck your enchant onto Bill, give him a little bit of power. One time I got an obsidian enchant on Bill, and it was a difference between a win and a loss. One time out of all the times that I've done that play, so I'm not wild about it. You can put it on your beehive, and then all your future bees get an enchant, and you will never run them on your board because they will not be damage scaled. So that is a big waste of your time. Or you could put them on your value scaler. You could put them, that's the correct plays. You put them on your rewards card, or you put them on your pawn shop. Rewards card, theoretically better than pawn shop. This is where we probably should pull it up. God, I don't have time for the shit. Pawn shop has too many. The answer is no. The only reason I was considering doing that is because, like, maybe it's shiny, I get double value out of buying and selling, whatever. But I'm also probably gonna have to sell pawn shop before I sell rewards card, so I should do rewards card. So the first and best, absolutely by a mile place that you should put your enchant is on the bootstraps that you hopefully saw on the way. If you did not, which we did not, the second best place you should put it is on your income scaler. Because most of and you should pull up Bazaar to make sure that it's an income scaler that has a limited pool of enchants and that most of those increase the value that you get on your thing. You could always get Radiant and it's a whiff, but it's a 1 in 3. It's a pretty good chance of you getting some value out of it. That's what you should do. She has the audacity to use a weapon against us of all people. How dare you, Adam? And so she gets the just deserves. We're gonna move on. I'm sorry I'm talking super fast. This isn't like the most entertaining form of the way I play. We are doing the we have to be done in 23 minutes or the servers fall over. JJ has a lot of properties. Mysterious Portal has more than likelihood of a chance of sending you to one of the other vendors, of which Vanessa is the best in terms of having a property. The enchanted vendors have the entire property pool. JJ has a better statistical chance. We're going to go to JJ. I could talk through Mysterious Portal quite a lot, but Jesus. Am I willing to do it now? Oof. Why am I seeing only diamond properties? Still don't feel rich enough for this play. But we have to, we can't fall behind. We're not in one-shotting a pig right now. This is difficult. We at least have our rewards card to still function as a value catch, but that's not enough. We're going to run out of money. We have to maybe start prioritizing some vendors who can give us, not that we're not going to every single goddamn vendor anyway. Okay, small. So we could do things like this as a money play rather than going to Curio, where all he's going to give us is a little bit of flat and one chance out of 40 something at a property. Although you do get to see 10 of those properties each time on the reroll, so you're actually getting like a 20 in 20. It's maybe a 50% chance. I've talked myself into it. We're going to go for the property. It is not there. We don't get to see 10, only if they were all small items, which they're not, so I didn't think that logic through very well. And we got Tourist Chariot, which can put value on all of our small things. For 3, I don't know, that seems like too much work. We ain't got time. I could think through it to decide if I could make that make us money or not. I don't have the time. I'm not going to do it. There is a property, Blood Reef Captain. There's not an elite duelist. There is not an Enclave Remnant. He is 4. We already have our Diamond Beehive. So what is levels anyway? There's nothing we're going to get out of levels save for just like flat hit points. So we get to go for high roll fishing. We could just get an upgrade to strength with this 5 flat damage across the board, which is fine-ish, but we're going for big ego is the reason why we're here. Yeah, cool. Nerf outer space. Sell for full. Welcome in, Shelved. I don't know what they is. You're responding to somebody else, and unfortunately I've not been able to keep up with the chat because I'm doing this stupid speed run. Will you go to the hero shop, Vanessa, for the potential to get holsters, and would that even be worth it on a bees build? Uh-huh. Turn your bees into 3.5 seconds. Would it be worth it? Hot damn, it would. Yeah. You should go to Vanessa for holsters. I probably should have done that reroll for holsters. I just didn't have it in my mind frame. That is very good thinking, my friend. Okay, you will never go to upgrade your skills. I mean, the crit, whatever. One, it costs too much money to spend on the skill upgrades. Two, again, your flat weapon skills are giving you less than a single property does. Now, against Isla, it's debatable because she only has 2 out of her whole pool of whatever it was. Again, exclamation mark guide, go to the tab, it'll tell you. I don't remember them all. Because I, too, go to the tab because I forget this shit. Okay, we popped that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't feel like this is particularly fun for anyone. Maybe it is. Maybe the frantic nature of this is delightful. But I'm feeling like I'm really shortchanging this explainer. That said, I'm going to go to Tiscari. This is a cheeky, you probably should not do this at home, play, where I'm desperately trying to get my favorite skill in the goddamn game. We did not get it. We're going to go to the Property Mogul, which is Homecoming Gifts. Which, if we got it, we could show you just every time you buy a property, I'm going to chuck tons of money and chocolate bars at you, and you're going to be a fat bee pig. It's just delightful. Let's just do it. Just do that. This asshole has the temerity to not only swing a weapon, but swing it unbelievably fast at us. He gets what he deserves. It's also for full gold. Yeah, I'm super sorry I don't know what they is in that sentence, so I don't know how to respond to that. I'd have to reread the whole chat, and I'm sorry. It sucks. I so like being a chat slave. I love it. It's my favorite part of this game. Of doing the streaming thing is like the interaction and whatnot. So it sucks not to. Okay, now you always keep the properties that have the best chance of providing you some money, so that has some kind of info mechanic to it. You could grab Dragon Tooth, alternated in and off your board. You will get some value over time. It's not a horrendous play. It is a play that costs time, and we ain't got that kind of shit ahead of us. It is going to take us too long to get a coin. That will pay us much less than that will. I don't know if I did that in the correct order. We are not able to do everything in the correct order. We are misplaying left and right. Please keep calling them out in the chat. I do not get away with... All right, we do not have infinite money. We do have Pawn Shop. We will get a lot of money off of Pawn Shop. We only have 2 swings at a property for Milo, which we have whiffed every time we've gone. So instead, we're going to grab the free money on Pawn Shop, and then we're going to go... We lose to Awakened District right now because we are not in one-shot range of Awakened District. He swings. We barely get through his shield. I think we lose to him. I'm not 1,000% sure, but just to be safe, rather than sitting here pulling out a calculator doing math nobody's got time for, we're going to swing for Assault Focus, which is a fantastic skill for us because it does not affect us. It does affect a lot of our enemies, especially the ones that can beat us. Currently doing an underdog, running at full speed, trying to run away from the patch that's coming. Okay. Talking normally to you. That's fantastic. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I love my chat. I'm not just saying that because that's the only chat I got. I like deeply and affectionate for so many of you guys here. I'm like so grateful I got the chat I got. I feel like part of your personality does something to dictate that a little bit, and then so much of it's fucking luck. We got the raid from 3rd SP, which not only just gave us the publicity and whatnot, right? Not only like just gave us a bunch of people so that we could grow, but it also like set the tenor of the type of people that were in the chat responding to each other. And he has just a fucking amazing audience.
Has joined the Goose.
And so we got to steal some of that audience, or we got gifted some of that audience, however you want to look at it. And I'm just I cannot beam enough about how like grateful I am and happy I am to have this particular chat. That was probably a misplay. We ain't got the board space for that kind of nonsense. Piggy bank is the play you can do with your shiny rewards card and your pawn shop to make a little bit of money. It is a tight play. It is kind of... No, we're not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We don't have time. We don't have time. I made a mistake even thinking about that. We're going to take the money. We're going to run. The odds that that was a property was lower than the odds that that can buy a property. If we were in the infinite money stage, you go for the gold thing. If you're not in the infinite money stage, you know, 6 to 5 and pick them. And I always got the good. You're chubby. Welcome, welcome so much, man. Thank you so much. And Ghoul21X, I really appreciate the follow. Sorry it took me so long to call you out on that follow. I'm doing chat a little bit of a Ooh, we lost. Ooh, we lost. Spicy. Spicy. That calcinator shielded the shit out of him. Okay, we got knocked on our ass into the enchant range. You want to see something you don't see every day, people? You want to see a play? There's one you don't see every day. I literally value the gold, not even the XP, the gold, more than like what, you know, haste on my B here.
The Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
That was a big fucking that. That was an unfortunate matchup. We are still pretty strong. But, where was that before? We'll do it. We'll do it. Who knows? Game might throw an enchant at us. We might have time. That was actually probably deeply a misplay because it's gonna come up against stash space constrictions, and I'm not rich enough that I can like hold on to it and get rid of my pawn shop. That being said, that's enough space to buy and sell larges right now. So until something better comes along, maybe we'll get 20 flat damage out of our 2Bs that we're gonna pop here. And we're going to pretend like that was the game plan all along. 20 flat damage for 2Bs at the cost of 20 flat damage for all the Bs. Sounds like a deal. Okay. Or I paid enough attention to know that we were about to get our upgrade and that we were going to upgrade all the Bs. That's what happened there. It was clearly a well thought out plan that came to fruition. Jesus Christ, can we beat Void Colossus? I don't care. Yes, we can beat Void Colossus. We can also occasionally beat Void Golem. We can't always beat Void Golem because we usually one-shot him. And we are the only consistently put together build in the game that loves to get the destroy item enchant. Because it's got a 1 in whatever chance of hitting Hive, and even then we're still probably going to one-shot the enemy. And it's got a pretty decent chance of really fucking up their game plan, so it is fun as hell. Yep, now we just need an enchant to fall from the heavens. I don't think we're going to get to level 19. I almost threw that away because it's in the wrong spot. It needs to be protected. Fuck!
Few warriors live to retire.
All right. I do not like to complain about luck because, all right, this is a thing we would do. Swear to God, thing we would do. We have to run too late. These don't normally run that late. We would grab Ice Club, Obsidian, Diamond, Ice Club. We would sell Pawn Shop. We would grab Ice Club. We would move into this 100%. This has a much, much, much better chance of getting to the end of the game. You would do this. You would make this pivot. It would be fantastic. It really hurts to not do it at only the low price of $96, which we can afford. But we have 12 minutes. We have 12 minutes. And that is a very complicated gameplay unless the game just throws the items at you right after you made the choice to avoid it. We have 12 minutes. That is a build that just constantly solves problems the whole goddamn time. And so because of that, it just ends up being bad. I now know for absolute certain I am not going to finish this game before the server comes down if we keep winning. If we lose, we're going to finish this game real fast. All right, cool. Moving on. Okay, yeah. Hurry up. Stop cast animating on me. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. Can I get through 3 days in 12 minutes, guys? While being powerful enough to actually win the video game? The answer is fuck no. Also, I'm probably going to get rid of those boots just because they're creating stash constraints. I know you felt that that was a misplay. I know you're all angry at that. I know that we're probably going to get an enchant available to us. We're going to skip the enchant. We're going to run to the vendor. We're going to keep buying and selling properties. That's not the best play. That's the fastest play, which now is objectively the best play. The best play in the game right now is the one that I can do operationally the absolute fastest.
I assume you're here to give tribute.
No enchant incoming. Throw it in the trash. We're skipping it. It was going to take me too long to move it down to my board, click the thing, move it to the pedestal, move it back up to my board, and then I was going to lose time because I couldn't not think about where's my bootstraps versus the item I'm buying. Do I want to buy this item or that item? Because doing that item is going to pop the B, blah, blah, blah. I can't not do that. I just can't not do that. I'm not able to. And so it was going to slow me down. So I threw bootstraps in the trash because the new minigame is to beat the clock. Is can you sell everything you own? I can do that one order of operations correctly before the game kills you. Holy God, holy God, holy God. I'm so lamenting the fight itself is going to be so slow. Cooldown reduction. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Vanessa. Throw. Sure. Catch. I probably shouldn't have done that. That was too much time. Breathe. Breathe. Okay. We are running the fastest build for brain dead playing. Is the goodness. Anyone have a clock emote? I do gotta get clock. I do gotta get emotes together. We're not in one-shot range. That's deeply sad. So we're not gonna win anyway. But we want to get as far as 2 more days, 9 minutes. 4 days, 9 minutes. We did that one in 3. Maybe we just start going to and leaving, hoping the same board can win. That's losing. Pixel, what do we got?
Send me your huge items.
Nope.
Price? Don't care.
Nope.
Try Barcoon. He thinks or something.
Never been so stressed playing this game in my life. Shit, Bob. Yeah, I have the property on my board. Cool. Hence always slows me down because I'm always like, shit, Ledger, fuck you. Not in your goddamn life. Buy that one. Sell these 3. 4. B. Buy that one. Are we gonna run out of money? We're never gonna run out of money. I don't have to do positioning or whatever. That is no longer a problem. We lost $1 on B on the resell. A pawn shop. We don't care. I should have probably seen if any of those monsters had a weapon so that the fight can go faster. That is literally where we are right now. We're like, we're gonna pick monsters based on the number of weapons they have now. That is the game we're playing. Cool. He dead. Moving on. Move. Got it. I have the level up. The level up's gonna be an upgrade. I'm going to skip the upgrade. Go to Orland. I'm not gonna reroll. I'm gonna grab something. I'm gonna reroll that shit. Cool. Brawler. Awesome. If that loses me the game, that loses me the game. Nope. Jesus Christ. Okay. Sell. I move on. Andy, no. Small tool, no. All right, we go to Andy, we leave. Reason to reroll. Ain't got that kind of time. Julie. Let's go. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done that on the other side. So what's that? 1600 health. The game goes hard. It's very, very fucking hard. Ah, damn. The only weapon he has is Dualtron. This board usually beats us. He's not in one-shot range. We lose. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Ow! Yeah! He didn't get Dualtron big enough. We're still going. Run. Continue. How many minutes? 7 minutes. We picked up speed. That was only a 2-minute day. That was a 2-minute day, you guys. JJ might have been a mistake. I should have taken the flat damage and ran because it would have been faster and had roughly the likelihood that we would have gotten the same thing. Tuscari, that's a mistake. I shouldn't go to the Tuscari. I'm taking Healthy Hoarder. I don't care. It doesn't affect my board. I was going to him because I like doing the play, but I can't actually afford to buy and sell all the extra coins that would shove up my stash. We're going to go to... I don't know why I looked at my stashes there. I was just going to sell and just realized I need to sell. I have enough space that I can sell later. I also have enough space that I could lose bees. Money is no longer a thing. I don't need to worry about bees. I only need to worry about fitting the property. So I buy properties until the stash is full. I sell everything all at once. I only go to my stash as rarely as possible. That's the new way we get through this. Trader, cool. We get more money. Cool. Probably the best skill there. She unlikely has a property. Does not. Unlikely has a property. Does not. Moving on. Thank you, Isla. Actually, that just made it faster. That's cool. I think we're going to do it. I think we might do it. I believe. Just don't fall over, servers. Do not fall over, servers. Is that a misplay selling it? No, it creates me not having to go back in there again. No matter what she had. Going into the fight. We're going into the fight. We're going into the fight. It's Mac.
See these tusks, right?
You are a
I think we did it. I think we did it.
punish you.
I was worried I wasn't entertaining. I was worried. Fucking. God damn it. Nobody likes you, Mac. And we're bonk. And we're bonk.
I lost everything long before you were born.
Suck a bag of dicks, Mac.
This is nothing to me.
Victory is ours! Victory is ours!
Yeah, most Chevalier.
That is how you play pig, is fast. That is all you have to do to finish a pig game in the same time a Vanessa finishes a Vanessa game. But yeah, just that. Just do that every time. Well, at least I know what my next YouTube video is. And that's the cutscene. Fade into black.